Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Patricia, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and more specifically in Alaska. I need to apologize quite profusely. I have not been around for something like I don't know, it might have even been 2 months. 6 weeks is what I started to say. Anyway, several things happened. I went to Ketchikan to work for my summer job. I was working there, got offered this job in a very remote village in Alaska, and then I came here. On the way here, I tested positive for COVID, so I had to quarantine in Kotzebue, a very, very small town, but big city compared to the remote village that I live in now. I am about 20 miles-ish south of the Arctic Circle and in a very small and remote village teaching kindergarten and pre-K to some absolutely adorable children and loving it. But I've been so busy getting back into the teaching thing that I literally have not even had time to make a card, much less make a video. So today we're going to do a short video. It is going to be out of the mini catalog. The mini catalog goes through December of this year, 2021. And in the very back of the catalog, there are a couple of stamp sets that are just too adorable. I love this AMARYLLIS ABLOOM. Really, really just so cute. And I'm going to show you some ways to use that. I'll probably do 2 or 3 videos in the next couple of days, I hope. Part of my difficulty is going to be whether I can even upload these videos, because I literally am in the back of beyond as far as having access to the internet. So AMARYLLIS ABLOOM is the set that we are going to use, and it is a hostess free set. So this is the set. It is a photopolymer set. I love both kinds of the red rubber as well as the photopolymer. I love photopolymer because you can see right through it. You can see that you're putting it at exactly the spot that you want it. But I also really, really love the red rubber. So this one, wishing you a beautiful season, sending lots of love, so proud of you, and happiest of days to you. So this is really the only one that is sort of Christmassy, and it's really not even all that Christmassy. Wishing you a beautiful season. It could be a beautiful season of spring or summer or, you know, whatever. So, these are the, why do I keep trying to say the stamps? Thank you very much, Patricia. If you do not have either the annual catalog or the mini catalog, please let me know if you do not have a demonstrator already, and I will be happy to make sure you get one of those. So today what we're going to use is Calypso Coral, the main flower in the stamp set, and we've got our card base, which is half of an 8.5 by 11, so your 8.5 by 11 here, and then scored in the middle. If you get a little bit of a ridge, can you see that little ridge? If you get that when you've cut, take your bone folder and just give it a nice crease, as you're going to do on the seam of your, where you folded it, okay? Then I've got a Calypso coral layer that is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I've got a pale papaya label that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then I have my basic white, which is where I'm going to put my stamp, and I'm actually going to do something else with it as well. But it is 3 by 4 1/4, and these will layer just like this, and we'll do that in a moment. Okay, we're going to take our base layer though and our Calypso coral, and we're going to open, got a little bit of fuzz on there. We are going to open our ink pad ink up our stamp really good. Try not to do this. You see how I got some on the edge there? It happens though. Don't panic about it. And I'm going, oh no, I'm not going to stamp off. My bad. Sorry. We're going to have that inked up. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put this flower along the edge of the front, the right edge of the front of our card. We are going to ink off here in just a minute, but put this here, give it a good press. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a really beautiful flower. And then I think we'll turn this just a little bit. There we go. But like this, we can still see all of the flower, but we're not seeing a whole lot of the stem. And it gives us a nice edge because what we're going to do is put this on here like that. Gorgeous. All right, then back to stamping up our flower. Give it a good ink and then stamp off, which is what I started to do a minute ago, and then give a nice good press of your flower. Be sure it gets, but don't get this ink here in the corner. The nice thing though is your cardstock does have, there we go, oops, got a little bit there. Might see if I can get that off, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. What I'm going to do, what I should have done, I am going to turn this over because that bothers me. So I'm going to wipe it off. There we go. And try a little bit better this time when I get my ink, on my stamp. Stamp off and then give it a good press. There we go. That's the nice thing, so very nice thing about our cardstock. Oh, I know, it's a shock. It has two sides. Imagine that. And we are going to take our sentiment and let's see, which one do we want to do? Let's do sending lots of love. Sending lots of love, which is this one here. Okay, so we're going to pull that out. And get us a block. There we go. Put that on there. And now sometimes I kind of like to put it a little cattywampus so that I'm not using the edge of my block to line it up. And then remember I stamped off on my flower. So this time with full strength I'm going to stamp it right across here or somewhere. Right about there. There we go. It's a little crooked. I might have to go back to this one. I think I will. I said line it up and then I didn't line it up. Okay, there we go. I'm in my classroom today, so I don't have all of my supplies here. I needed a good place to be able to record. And, whoops, I don't want to put glue on that one yet. I want to put the glue now on the back of my pale papaya, which, remember, is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I'm going to put that in the center of my Calypso coral. One of the things I absolutely love about Stampin' Up! Is the color coordination. And because I've got that Calypso coral and I've got the Calypso coral ink, then everything goes together really well. And what I will do is I will use my color lifter and get that out of there. If I am not able to, then I'll just do a new piece of basic white. But I've got everything else ready. So now I could put this up on dimensionals. As a matter of fact, I think I will. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals. I had already cut lots of little pieces in there. So I may have to grab another sheet. But I'll pull some of these out. Oh, I've got large enough ones here. There we go. and a little bit of a piece and another little bit of a piece. That works, right? Okay, so again, you can put your thumb in the middle of that and pull everything off. If you've got nails, works just fine. There we go. There we go. And perfection. Don't you love it? So I will use my color lifter on that. But there you go. How cute is that? I love that card. And it didn't take us long at all to fix. I do have that just a little bit crooked. I'm going to see if I can. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then I'll push everything nicely. Okay, there's our card. Hope you like that. It was very easy, very quick to do. Let me see if I can get my camera off of here real quick. I'm going to move and I'll show you my classroom. This is my student. These are my students' seats. Some of their paperwork, a pumpkin we made. And there we go. Looks pretty generic, right? But if you look outside, if it'll show us, we'll see some tundra. Can you see that tundra? And there's already a little bit of ice on the edge of the river. Now, if I went out the other door of the school, on the other side, I would see the ocean. I mean, it's literally right there. There is the airport. You can see that. Let me see if I can pull in a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, it's getting pretty fuzzy. Oh, well. Yeah, there's the airport right there. And the little bridge that goes out to that end of this area. This is tundra and a little bit of hills we have there and some sun peeking through. All right, hope you enjoyed this card and a little peek at where I live now in Alaska in a very tiny village. Have a good one. Please like, subscribe, or give me thumbs up, I guess it's not like, subscribe, and ring the bell next to that subscribe button so you can get notifications anytime I post. Thanks, lots of love.